The wind's blowing. It's icy cold. This is so steep. I don't know how they got the bricks up here.
The Great Wall of China holds more secrets than we realize. Behind its forbidden doors and hidden chambers, mysteries await discovery. Let's explore what could be concealed within this iconic structure, the Forbidden Door along the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is wrapped in legends, but its real story is even more fascinating than the myths. People once claimed you could see it from space or even the moon, but those tales are just stories. Yet, this incredible structure remains one of the most outstanding achievements in human history. Stretching over 13,000 miles, the wall is astonishing even today. Imagine a line almost 5 times the distance from New York to Los Angeles, built to shield ancient China from northern invaders. Its construction began over 2,000 years ago, during the reign of China's first emperor. He had a bold idea: to unite the fragmented city walls into one massive barrier. Over centuries, emperors added to the wall, improving and expanding it with materials like rammed earth, wood, brick, and even granite. Each ruler left their mark, and the wall grew into the towering structure we recognize now. But there's more to the Great Wall than its imposing presence. Hidden within its massive expanse, researchers discovered over 220 secret doors. These were no ordinary gates. They were camouflaged and blended seamlessly into the wall's structure. Some were narrow, just big enough for one person to slip through, while others were wide enough for 2 horses side by side. Their purpose? To serve as hidden passageways for trade, espionage, and even surprise attacks. Soldiers could sneak through these doors, break open the outer barrier, and catch enemies entirely off guard. The wall wasn't just for defense. It connected people, enabling trade and communication. Watchtowers dotted its length, where guards sent smoke or fire signals to warn of danger. Ingeniously, some parts of the wall were held together with a sticky rice mortar, which proved so durable that it's still keeping the bricks intact today. Workers even carved their names and details into the bricks, a kind of ancient quality control to ensure accountability. Despite its magnificence, the wall wasn't impenetrable. Invaders found ways to climb over or march around it. Over time, it lost its military importance, and natural erosion, farming, and human interference took their toll. Only 8% of the original structure remains in good condition, while some parts have disappeared entirely. Yet, the Great Wall endures not just as a relic of the past, but as a symbol of human ambition and resilience. It draws millions of visitors annually, some even running marathons along its ancient steps. This remarkable feat of engineering still whispers stories of ancient empires, hidden secrets, and the incredible effort it took to build something so vast. Before we push forward, do like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. The secret tunnels under the Great Wall. Beneath the surface of Hebei province in China lies a hidden world, a vast network of tunnels built over 1,000 years ago. Known as the Underground Great Wall, these wartime passages stretch across an astonishing area. Some say as much as 1,300 square kilometers. It all began with an accidental discovery by farmers digging wells. They stumbled upon brick-lined caves, which turned out to be fragments of a massive defensive system from ancient times. The story takes us back to the Song dynasty, founded in 960 by Emperor Zhao Guangyin. At the time, the Young dynasty faced threats from the north, the Liao dynasty, established by the Khitan people. This region, now Jiang County, became a battlefield where ingenious strategies were needed to fend off northern invaders. These tunnels were part of that strategy, offering a hidden lifeline for soldiers during the conflict. Walking through the tunnels today feels like stepping into the past. Restored sections reveal dimly lit corridors where the air is cool and heavy with moisture, even in the heat of summer. Candles once burned in small wall niches, their soot marks still visible, casting faint flickers of light in what must have been an eerie, shadowy maze. Soldiers would huddle in hidden alcoves, ready to spring into action or evade pursuit. The tunnels are full of surprises. Some corridors open into larger rooms where soldiers rested or stored weapons. Tiny ventilation shafts ensured air flowed through, though cleverly disguised to avoid detection from above. Other sections, like the Cave of Confusion, were designed to disorient intruders. Booby traps once lay in wait, turning the intricate network into a formidable defense. In one part, a staircase twists downward only to rise again, blocking a clear line of sight and adding another layer of mystery. There's even a secret chamber, thought to have served as a meeting room, hidden so well it was nearly impossible to find from the outside. Every turn and hidden space tells a story of ingenuity and survival. By 1005, peace was brokered between the Song and Liao dynasties, and the tunnels were abandoned. Yet their legacy remains, a silent witness to a time when battles raged above and secrets lay buried below. Today, visitors exploring the underground labyrinth can't help but feel a chill, not from the cool air, but from the echoes of history that linger in every darkened corner. It's a reminder that the Great Wall's true marvels aren't always above ground. The haunted watchtower of the Simitai section. Throughout the wall, some lesser-known watchtowers and posts may have been equipped with secret doors leading to hidden rooms, storage areas, or escape routes used during battles. These ancient structures, built long before the Great Wall, were crafted from packed earth, adobe, stone, and bricks. Their shapes varied, square, rectangular, or round, but their purpose was to keep watch, communicate, and defend. In the windswept lands of Gansu and Xinjiang, remnants of Han Dynasty watchtowers still whisper of their time. Built from packed earth, these towers often had houses nestled against their southern sides, the faint outlines of which can still be glimpsed today. Farther east, the watchtowers of the Ming Dynasty Great Wall tell a slightly different tale. Many were made of stone, with solid foundations laid from massive blocks, their tops layered with blue bricks and seams sealed with white plaster. Each watchtower was unique, its size and shape tailored to its role. Han Dynasty towers were modest, with depths of 6 or 7 meters and heights reaching about 8 meters. Ming Dynasty watchtowers were slightly taller, about 6 meters high, and cleverly designed with broader bases that tapered towards the top. Guard rooms perched on the summit, offering a perfect vantage point over the surrounding terrain. The watchtowers weren't scattered randomly, but placed with purpose, forming an intricate system. Some lined the Great Wall, keeping constant vigil over the border. Others stretched outward, standing as sentinels beyond the wall, while a third group faced inward, offering a line of communication to the garrisons. They surveyed the landscape from high hills and mounds, their locations chosen for the clearest views of approaching threats. Imagine the scene centuries ago. Guards perched atop these towers, scanning the horizon for movement. Smoke signals rose into the sky, a swift and silent way to relay urgent messages to neighboring towers. In moments, information about enemy movements could ripple along the wall, summoning soldiers to action and preparing defenses. The distance between these towers, about 5 kilometers, seems vast, yet they were close enough for this ancient network to work seamlessly. Today, these watchtowers are remnants of a bygone era, their walls weathered but enduring. They hold the secrets of a world where every stone and every signal carries the weight of survival. As you walk among these ruins, you can almost feel the presence of those who stood guard here long ago, their eyes fixed on the horizon, watching for the faintest hint of change. The Great Wall may be celebrated for its sheer scale, but these quiet sentinels truly bring its story to life. The last fortress of the Great Wall. In the vast, windswept Gansu province of northwestern China, there lies a fortress like no other, Jiayu Guan. Depending on where your journey begins, it marks either the beginning or the end of the Great Wall. This ancient stronghold was the final outpost before the unforgiving expanse of the Gobi Desert, a boundary that once separated the known world of the Ming Dynasty from the unknown. In 1372, Jiayu Guan Fortress stood as a waypoint along the legendary Silk Road, a bustling path of traders, wanderers, and exiles. Nestled between Kashgar to the west and Dunhuang to the east, it was more than just a fortress. It was a threshold. Its walls whispered tales of those who passed through, leaving behind their lives to venture into the desert's endless sands. For some, it was the last site of civilization, ordered westward by an emperor's decree never to return. Its name, the impregnable defile under heaven, spoke of its strength and foreboding reputation. Though Chinese influence stretched beyond, this fortress marked the end of their civilized realm. Beyond Jiayu Guan, the desert loomed with its demons, its secrets, and the barbarian armies of Central Asia. The eastern side of the fortress holds the Gate of Enlightenment, while the west boasts the Gate of Conciliation. These gates, built in 1506, tell their own stories. Poets, ministers, criminals, and soldiers, all outcasts, once passed through these gates, their fates sealed as they disappeared into the vast unknown. Towering 17 meters high, the gates are crowned with eaves that seem to reach for the heavens. Once, invading armies might have been trapped between these double gates, a grim testament to the fortress's might. Inside, the fortress comes alive with traces of its past. Steps wind up to the inner ramparts, where the view stretches endlessly, and horse lanes recall the hurried footsteps of mounted soldiers. Near the Guandi Temple, a faded Maoist slogan clings to the wall of the Wenchang Pavilion, a relic of yet another chapter in China's story. The Jiayuguan Museum of the Great Wall stands at the entrance, where history feels tangible. The exhibits tell of the wall's legacy, etched into this harsh landscape. Jiayuguan isn't just a place, it's a passage through time, where the echoes of ancient travelers blend with the sighs of the desert wind. Lost Chinese pyramid city of Shimao. Shimao is a lost city in China that was once considered part of the Great Wall of China, but is much older. For years, the villagers on China's Loess Plateau believed the crumbling stone walls near their homes were part of the Great Wall. It seemed logical. After all, the Great Wall winds through this dusty region, tracing ancient borders along the northern loop of the Yellow River. But as they sifted through the rubble, they uncovered something strange: jade. Polished discs, blades, scepters, all out of place in this barren land where jade does not naturally occur. The nearest source is nearly 1,000 miles away. What was it doing here, near the Ordos Desert? When archaeologists arrived to investigate, they found something that defied belief. These stones weren't part of the Great Wall. They were remnants of Shimao, a long-lost fortress city far older than anyone imagined. Beneath layers of earth, they unearthed 6 miles of stone walls, a towering pyramid, and chilling traces of human sacrifice. Shimao wasn't just a city, it was a mystery, and it rewrote the story of early Chinese civilization. Shimao's ruins date back 4,300 years and predate the oldest sections of the Great Wall by nearly 2,000 years. At its heart stood a massive 20-tiered pyramid carved into the highest hill. It loomed over the city like a sentinel, visible from every corner. The elite lived atop the pyramid in a sprawling palace complex with water reservoirs, craft workshops, and likely sacred temples. Around it, walls and gates encircled the city, a sophisticated design that would influence Chinese architecture for centuries. The city was no peaceful haven. Built in a region scarred by conflict, Shimao's defenses were ingeniously brutal. It employed traps, fortified gates, and 8-foot-thick walls to fend off attackers. Yet its construction tells of a society capable of incredible feats. Stone, wood, and labor came together to raise a city that commanded loyalty from smaller satellite towns scattered across the region. Shimao wasn't just a city, it was a thriving hub pulsing with life, trade, and ritual. But its secrets are dark. Beneath its eastern wall, archaeologists uncovered pits filled with human skulls, gruesome evidence of ritual sacrifice. Most belonged to young girls, their lives taken to sanctify the city's foundation. Shimao's rituals would echo centuries later in the Shang dynasty's practices, leaving an eerie thread through history. Shimao's story is still unfolding, but its presence reshapes what we know about ancient China. Far from the Great Wall, it whispers of a civilization older, stranger, and more extraordinary than anyone imagined: the Terracotta Warriors. In the parched hills of China's Shanxi province, a simple well digging turned into a discovery that would astound the world. 1,974 clay fragments emerged from the earth, clues to an underground secret that had slumbered for over 2,000 years. Buried near the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, lay an entire army of life-size terracotta soldiers and horses crafted to stand guard for eternity. Not far from modern Xi'an, this remarkable site whispers stories of a world long gone. The emperor's mausoleum, sprawling across 22 square miles, holds hundreds of pits filled with treasures. Within its museum, rows of warriors stand as if still awaiting orders, each unique with intricate details from their top knots to their armor. Some lie half buried, others toppled, silent witnesses to history. Nearby, clay horses and bronze chariots reveal the emperor's obsession with creating a perfect replica of his empire in the afterlife. At first, this find confirmed Qin Shi Huang's reputation as a fierce conqueror. After all, his armies once swept through China, uniting warring states under his rule. But the excavation revealed more. Beyond the soldiers, archaeologists found terracotta musicians, acrobats, officials, and even bronze waterfowl, all part of a vast, lifelike court. This wasn't just an army, but a complete kingdom recreated underground. The emperor's genius lay in his vision of unity. He standardized weights, measures, and even writing, allowing his diverse empire to communicate. He oversaw massive projects, from irrigation systems to the first stretches of what would later become the Great Wall. Yet his rule was marked by harsh laws and relentless ambition. shaped by a philosophy of strict control. The creation of his terracotta army mirrored his efficiency. Artisans used molds to mass-produce parts, heads, hands, and armor, before assembling them into figures so lifelike they seemed to breathe. While not accurate portraits, these warriors captured the spirit of people from across Qin Shi Huang's empire, reflecting his desire to unite all under heaven. The emperor's tomb remains unopened, cloaked in legend and mystery. It is said to contain rivers of mercury and treasures beyond imagination. For now, his silent army stands watch, a testament to a ruler who sought to command the living and the world beyond. China's Shang Dynasty tomb. In the quiet heart of Honan province, a hidden piece of history has been uncovered. 28 tombs from the Shang Dynasty, one of China's earliest and most mysterious civilizations. These ancient graves, dating back over 3,000 years, were discovered in Anyang, a city steeped in legend and history. This find offers a rare and haunting glimpse into the lives and deaths of Shang aristocrats, their families, and even their servants, drawing us closer to a world shrouded in the mists of time. What makes this discovery even more intriguing is its location. Until now, most Shang tombs have been found in Yin, the dynasty's ancient capital. But these new tombs lie beyond those ruins, hinting at secrets buried outside the known boundaries of the Shang kingdom. Cui Zongliang, an expert on cultural relics, described this as a breakthrough, proof that the dynasty's influence stretched further than once believed. The tombs are filled with more than just bones. They tell stories. Among the remains are the aristocrats, their families, and loyal servants, even animals that may have accompanied them in death. These findings unveil a world where family and loyalty were intertwined with life and the afterlife. The Shang people sincerely believed in honoring their ancestors, and these tombs reveal how central that belief was to their way of life. The Shang dynasty is a name spoken in awe among historians. Known for its intricate bronze artifacts and oracle bone writings, the earliest form of Chinese script, it was a time when civilizations worldwide began to stir. The Shang left behind a legacy of ancestor worship and craftsmanship that echoes through the centuries, much like the Great Wall, standing as a sentinel of China's past. This discovery isn't just about the artifacts. It's about reconnecting with a civilization that thrived millennia ago. Each tomb holds whispers of the past, waiting to be heard. Like the Great Wall, these graves remind us of the enduring spirit of ancient China, a culture built on strength, mystery, and reverence for those who came before. In uncovering these tombs, we take another step closer to understanding the foundations of a civilization that shaped the world as we know it, the Lost City at Jinsha. In the bustling city of Chengdu, amidst its modern towers and rapid change, a mystery lies buried in its soil. In February 2001, construction workers stumbled upon an ancient secret, hidden graves, golden treasures, and haunting relics that spoke of a forgotten world. This was the lost city of Jinsha, a place shrouded in wonder and darkness, where the Shu people thrived over 3,000 years ago. The question remains, who were they, and why did their kingdom vanish from history? The graves tell unsettling stories. Thousands of human remains were unearthed, many facing southeast, their hands bound behind their backs. Were these victims of human sacrifice? Stone statues carved with eerie precision depict figures kneeling in despair, eyes hollow, mouths grim, hands tied. Surrounding them were bronze discs, jade daggers, and the tusks of elephants. It was as if this sacred ground held offerings meant to bridge the earthly and the divine. Like the builders of the Great Wall, the Shu people lived in a world defined by survival and spirituality. However, unlike the written records of later dynasties, the Shu left no words behind. What we know comes from rival cultures and the relics buried with their dead. Nestled in the Sichuan Basin, their kingdom existed in isolation, locked between mountains and valleys. Yet, they were not alone. Links to the powerful Shang dynasty suggest they shared customs, perhaps even the grim practice of sacrificing to appease their gods. A delicate golden sun disk was found crumpled and hidden among the treasures. Once restored, its design revealed rays spreading out like a halo, a symbol of reverence for the sun. The Shu people depended on sunlight for life in a land often cloaked in fog. Without it, crops would fail and famine would follow. Could this be why they offered so much, even human lives, to their gods? Nearby stood a sacred tree adorned with bells that sang to the heavens with every breeze. This tree, now only a memory, was believed to connect the Shu with their deities, much like the Great Wall connects the land and its people. As archaeologists dig deeper, they find answers and more mysteries. The Shu left clues, whispers of a kingdom lost to time, waiting to be uncovered by those who dare to listen. The Ghost Gate at Huashan. High in the clouds of Mount Huashan lies the Ghost Gate, a place as breathtaking as it is spine-tingling. This narrow, mist-shrouded pass clings to the mountainside, daring those who cross it to confront sheer drops and rugged steps, with only chains to guide them. For centuries, this perilous path has stirred the imagination of travelers and locals alike, whispered about in stories of courage, mystery, and the supernatural. The name Ghost Gate seems fitting. It's not just the danger, the feeling of stepping into another world, a spiritual threshold where the mountain tests your resolve. Each step feels like an offering to the mountain, with cliffs towering around you and the ever-present mist blurring the line between reality and legend. For some, it's a place of quiet reflection. For others, it's an adventure, a way to prove their bravery to the ancient spirits that guard these sacred peaks. Mount Huashan is more than just a mountain. Known as one of China's 5 great mountains, it's considered the birthplace of Chinese civilization. The word Hua in China's name traces its roots to these rugged cliffs and soaring peaks. Huashan is revered as a holy place, where Taoist temples dot the landscape and every corner seems to hum with ancient energy. It's a mountain of stories, of gods, legends, and those who sought answers at its heights. Each of its 5 peaks holds its secrets. The highest of all, the South Peak feels like touching the heavens. On clear days, you can see rivers winding like golden threads far below, and the sensation is otherworldly, as if the clouds could carry you away. The East Peak, drenched in sunrise, feels alive with light and whispers of the past, while the West Peak's rugged cliffs tell tales of sacrifice and devotion. Even the North Peak, with its steep ascent, feels like a portal to another realm. But the Ghost Gate lingers in your thoughts long after you leave. Standing there, surrounded by mist, it's easy to believe the mountain is alive, a keeper of secrets, a witness to centuries of history. It challenges and humbles you and invites you to be part of its story, even for a moment. China's lost Tang dynasty. Hidden away in the hills of northern China, a tomb was uncovered that speaks of a time long past, almost like a whisper from the Tang dynasty, the golden age of ancient China. The tomb, discovered by chance in 2018, was an unassuming brick chamber that, when uncovered, revealed something extraordinary. Vibrant murals that painted the daily life of the Tang people. In one mural, you could see people threshing grain, women grinding flour, and even making noodles, a simple yet captivating snapshot of life in that era. But what's most fascinating is what these murals tell us about the world beyond China's borders. One of the murals shows a man with blonde hair and a beard, likely from Central Asia, possibly a Sogdian merchant traveling along the Silk Road. This connection to distant lands hints at the world of exchange that flourished during the Tang dynasty, when the Great Wall of China was more than just a barrier. It was part of a vast network of trade and culture that connected China to the rest of the world. As you step into the tomb through its narrow door, you feel like you're walking through a portal into another time. The walls are covered in scenes of everyday life, from men working the fields to women fetching water from wells. Some murals even seem to depict the tomb's owner and wife, leading horses through life's journey, much like they did in the afterlife. And above them, on the ceiling, a dragon and phoenix swirl in an eternal dance, watching over them. It's as if the mountain itself, the same mountain that holds the Ghost Gate, whispers the stories of those who once lived here, connecting them to the distant lands, the bustling markets, and the great walls that guarded the kingdom against invaders. With its well-preserved murals, this tomb is not just a window into the past, but a bridge between worlds. It's a place where the ordinary and the extraordinary meet, where the spirit of the Tang dynasty, the reach of the Silk Road, and the shadows of the Great Wall all come together in one mysterious, timeless spot. The Forbidden Door in the Great Wall of China is just one of many mysteries surrounding this incredible structure. From hidden chambers to unexplained secrets, the wall captures our imagination. While we may never fully uncover all its secrets, it's clear that the Great Wall holds more stories than we could ever know. Its history is still waiting to be explored, one mystery at a time.